Welcome back to another Pokemon trading card unboxing. This time we have a Mewtwo tin. I'm working on not saying as much, so hopefully I'll be able to keep up with that. This is a new location, as you can see. Well, I did it again. Here we go. So this is a new location. I thought it'd be a little bit more convenient to just sort of try this in front of my computer, see if maybe that is a little bit better, a little bit less wind. Hopefully a little bit better on consistent lighting. That was an on, not an I'm working on it. So I'm gonna pop this. I keep saying I'm gonna pop this tin open. See what we have here. Of course, we have Mewtwo on the side, shiny Gyarados, and Machamp. I do like Machamp. I'm kind of partial to him due to that being my first Pokemon card ever, I'm pretty sure. I got the Gen... well, not the Gen 1, but the first edition like starter deck when I was a kid. That was the first one that I ever bought. In fact, I bought it when I was on vacation in Canada. So it's kind of a special card for me. So even in the video game, I know Machamp isn't very great, but he's still one of my favorite fighting types just for that reason, just for the nostalgia factor. Alright, so we'll pop this tin open. Of course, we have our Mewtwo EX on the cover. I'll set the tin here. There we go. Again, I'm not entirely sure if he's good, if he's not good, but either way, he was the prettiest cover character at the store, so we'll go with that. Pop him on out of there so we can take a good, nice look. I really like the art on him. I like how he's sort of charging a Kamehameha there. Let's see if I can get this to focus so we can... Yeah, that looks okay. So of course, we have our beautiful Mewtwo EX. Probably not very valuable because they give them away in every tin. But I still like the look of him. I like him better than the Zygarde and the Landos and all that other junk. Not that they're junk necessarily. I just prefer not to run them because they're just so common, and I don't really like their design. So it's more of a vanity pick for me. Alright, so here's what we have inside. We've got a Primal Clash, an Ancient Origins, and it looks like 2 Breakpoint. I have no idea what the value is going to be on any of these packs, which one is going to be more likely to provide rare cards or even the cards that I want. I mean, I looked them up a while ago, but I don't remember. So I will start with, I don't know, we'll start with a shiny Gyarados, and that's sort of for the same reason. You know, they gave everyone a shiny Gyarados in Gen 2, and so the luster is sort of worn off on the red Gyarados, for me anyway. And I said, you know, this might have more consistent lighting, but apparently not. Cloud just went over the sun and totally screwed everything up. I'm going to go turn on the light real quick. Okay, sorry about that. My phone crashed for a minute. I forgot where I was. I'm pretty sure I was on the red Gyarados pack, but fortunately we did manage to save the rest of that video. Let's see if I can get this to focus on where I want it to focus. There we go. So let's pop open the red Gyarados. Again, opening this one first. Well, okay, giving spoilers. Opening this one first because... oh, here's our code card. What, 3 to the back? I don't know. Right, opening Gyarados first, because I'm not that big a fan of the red Gyarados. You see it way too much. I mean, they give you one in Gen 2 for free, so it kind of loses its luster. It's not really all that rare. I mean, I guess it is if you didn't play Gen 2, but... Here's Professor Sycamore. All Night Party. That's actually really cool art. I like how it's all the dark types and some poison types. That's really cool. I might set that aside just to put on display, maybe. Probably not that valuable, but pretty cool looking. Got a Spirit Link for Mega Scizor, a Chikorita, Corsola, Furfrou, Oop, got my thumb on it. I should probably not do that. Pharaoh Seed. Trubbish. The reverse is a Timpole, which I'm not too excited about. Not really a big fan of that art style where it's very minimalistic. Ooh, and there we go. We have a hollow Dragalge. Dragalge. Probably algae. It's probably an algae pun. But that's really cool looking. Yeah, there we go. So he takes psychic energy, water energy. I really like his look. I really like the theme of him, where he's like a poison dragon. That's a pretty cool typing. I feel like he wasn't as strong as he could be. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But that one, so I'll set that in the special pile, which I've decided to make out of the tin. Next up, what should we go for? I'll do the other Breakpoint pack. Let's get this one started. Of course, we've got our Mega Scizor on the front. Pop this one open. There's our code card. Okay, let's see what we start with. A potion, of course, the old classic standby. Palpitoad, Luxio, Spritzy. Again, I still really like the color for the fairy type cards. Very pretty. A Glameow, Slowpoke, Scoropy, Gibble or Gibble. I've heard it pronounced both ways. A reverse hollow is a Pseudo-Woodo maybe, but it's very cool. I like the fighting energy underneath in the reverse hollow pattern, and wow, that looks like something interesting. There we go, an Emboar EX. Emboar, of course, not a big fan of. Way too many fighting types, but still, in general, it's really nice to pull an EX, especially this early. We're only 2 in, and we've already pulled one. Hopefully we'll see another, maybe even like a full art or something. That would be ideal. Because again, I mostly just collect these for the look, for the art. And with the EXs, I find, like, a lot of the times that I feel anyway, maybe just my opinion, but they put the art too close to the center, so it's hard to even see what you're looking at. Like, you can sort of see a piece of his eye and maybe his nose and like his claw or something. But I really like the full arts because you get a better idea of, I don't know, what the Pokemon looks like. You get a better, more dynamic pose. Alright, next up, I have no idea where to start here. I think we'll just go with the Primal Clash. I feel like Ancient Origins might have something more interesting inside. Plus it does have the Primal Groudon, which I really like its color scheme. I know it's like really stupid for OU because... Right, I should probably open that this way. It's really stupid for OU because in competitive, especially the VGC, since they unbanned it, just everyone is using it because why wouldn't you? But at the same time, I mean, I really like the color scheme. The sort of black and gold is really appealing in my opinion. There's our code card, of course. I'm just going to assume this is the same card trick all around. Let's see what we have. We have a Linoone, Vibrava, Gorbis, Tangela. I do kind of like Tangela. A Bidoof. Very nice. Clamperl. Meditite. Oh, whoa, I'm doing it again. Tentacool. There's the Groudon Spirit Link, so I guess you could do that. Now, I mean, if you do get a Groudon, and our rare is a Tentacruel. That's actually, I'm not as disappointed as you might assume. Tentacruel is one of my favorite, favorite water-type Pokemon, definitely. I mean, I love his false eyes, and I like his claws and tentacles. Really pretty art on that one, too. They didn't, like, you know, they didn't make it too silly or too straight on. It's a really nice dynamic pose. Some fine art on that. Probably not very good competitively as far as the card game goes, but I don't know, I don't care. Here we go, and now we've got our Ancient Origins pack. Pop that open real quick, maybe. Feels like maybe they sealed this one better, or maybe I just forgot how to open card packs. Here we are. So, of course, we have our code card. There we are. 3 to the back. Let's see. Here's Lysandre. Lysandre, maybe? I'm not really sure. I forget how to pronounce it. He's kind of a cool dude. I like his look. Vespiquen. Did I do this wrong? Nope, that is an uncommon. I like Vespiquen a lot. I like the design. Very, very appealing. Unfortunately, it does get destroyed by stealth rocks, which is a shame. Now we've got our. Now I'll set this aside with the other uncommon that I just like the art of. Whoa, hitting my camera. I'm bad at this. Okay, got the Ampharos Spirit Link. Valimar, actually, another one of my favorites. This is all in all like a good pack as far as I'm concerned. I know nothing too valuable, but I don't know. That's not what I'm here for. Got our Vesta, Golett, and once again another one that I really like. So I guess this Ancient Origins pack was a good one for me. Magikarp, which, you know, what more can you say? Ralts, which is kind of cute. There we go, look at that, Reverse Hollow Golurk. I mean, most people probably won't be pooping their pants over this, but I'm kind of a big fan of the Golurk. I like the Golem theme. Not the Pokemon Golem, but like the mythology Golem. And, you know, I like the humanoid sort of like construct characters. They've always appealed to me in a sort of interesting way, because, you know, they follow orders. They'd be like really good companions for that reason, where, you know, you just like have them with you and they'll, yeah, I don't know. Well, anyway, our rare is an Entei. Not the biggest fan. Wasn't the biggest fan of the legendary dogs, mostly because of how much of a pain in the ass they were to actually catch. But I mean, at least back in the original Gen 2, I don't remember how Heart Gold, Soul Silver did it. Maybe it was the same way, but they were kind of a pain in the ass to catch. And their designs, I mean, he always felt just sort of like a slightly stronger Arcanine, so I couldn't really get too far behind him. But anyway, that's what we have here. So, just to recap, of course, we have our Mewtwo EX that comes in every 10. Our Entei, our Tentacruel, which I'm surprisingly excited about. Our Emboar EX, which is, I don't know, maybe worth something, but it is still an EX, so, you know, having an ultra rare is always good. And our Holo Dragalge. And as for the Pokemon that I just sort of like, oh, jeez, I put them directly under the camera. How stupid is that? We have Reverse Hollow Golurk, pretty ideal as far as I'm concerned. Golett, Malamar, All Night Party, where you get to see all the dark and poison types, and I guess, you know, Cresselia rolling around in the frame there. I'm getting a little bit of glare from these overhead lights. I was hoping this would be a better lighting situation inside, but I guess maybe outside is the way to go. Oh well, live and learn, I guess. What is that in the corner? I'm trying to get it on camera and not just look at it myself. I don't know, maybe that's just a cloud. And a regular Vespiquen. Alright, well, hopefully you all enjoyed taking a look at the things. You probably just came for the code cards, if that's the case. Alright, cool enough. Oh, and I forgot the last one, so we were missing one anyway. There we go. Maybe that will increase viewer retention. I have no idea. I don't know. Okay, well, thank you very much for stopping by, and have a good day, morning, evening, night, holiday, whatever.